One of the challenges that I have with doing a live every day is really thinking about a good topic. And one of the things that I felt was really important to talk about today was learning how to connect with our inner wisdom and get out of our mind. We are just a species. The majority of us naturally think logically way before we tune into our body, tune into our heart, tune into our wisdom, and there's nothing that is more powerful than our bodies when it comes to helping us to find our way in this lifetime. And yet we ignore them, right? We abuse them. We don't take care of them. We don't eat good food. We don't exercise. We don't, and this is not about shame, because guess what? I'm there with you. And it could be hard when you're trying to do all the things and you are also like wanting to take care of yourself. And I think that, again, because we get stuck up in our brain about all of the different things that we have to do in life, that we can forget about ourselves, right? It happens so easily. And then we develop these relationships with ourselves that aren't healthy and that don't serve us. And then we end up neglecting the greatest tool that we have in our life, which is our body. And our body as an oracle, our body as a guide. And that is kind of what I wanted. I wanted to share like a quick trick, if you will, to switch from the mental to your heart, which as far as I'm concerned, and actually it's really, really interesting. The last several years, even in science, they have discovered that the heart knows the truth way before the mind does. And the heart is actually the brain of our bodies, which within spiritual thought and thinking, that's not a new concept at all. But the fact that the scientific community has gotten around it is huge, 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 huge. And I love being able to share with my more logical friends, be like, dude, you can go check this out, via science if you'd like to. But again, it's not easy for us to switch from head to heart, right? In regards to what it is that we really want, what it is that really feels aligned, how we really feel about something or someone. And first, I want to encourage you to start listening to your body, because again, the body is the greatest oracle that we could ever have. It is the greatest tool that we have in this lifetime, and it will tell you everything you need to know. One of the things I talk about on my podcast, Soul Driven Podcast, what's up? All the time is that every decision that we make in life comes from either a place of fear or a place of love. And that's it. That's the root cause of every single decision. When we make a decision from a place of fear, we feel contraction, we feel restriction, we feel pressure. Whether it's in maybe our chest, it could be in our stomach, right? But if we make a decision from a place of love, we feel open, we feel light, we feel easy. We don't feel all this anxiety. And that's such a powerful marker, right? For do we or don't we? And so I wanted to just share with you again, a pretty quick trick to get in touch with your heart when your head is freaking out, okay? So it's very easy. What you're gonna wanna do is take yourself, when a question pops up, when a dilemma pops up, even if it's something that you need to make a pretty quick decision about, take yourself, step outside, go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? You don't need tons of time for this. So even for my mamas out there, you could do it, I promise. And especially the more you do it, the faster you start hearing from yourself and understanding what it is that's going on within your body. So you're going to step away, get away for like a quiet moment. My hand's starting to shake. It's holding the camera. Then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to center yourself. And you're just going to take like 3 deep breaths. So and try and take those breaths like from your very like core, right? The higher up that they are, they might kind of generate a little bit more restriction, depending upon your body and any trauma that you have or anything that might be stored there. So try and take them like from your very core, the depth of yourself. Once you do that, touch right here, which is so funny because I was like doing that automatically and I wasn't even thinking about it. So when I take deep breaths and I'm centering myself, I'm just usually kind of like breathing in, right? And then I'm going to take my hands and I'm actually going to put them on like my thymus bone. I believe that's what it's called. It's right in between like your throat, like where your throat is jutting out here, your collarbones and your chest. So about halfway there. And you're just going to place your hand there. And if you don't feel anything, because sometimes people need to go right down to the heart chakra, which would be right in between your chest bone. So it's just kind of a little bit different. But either way, once you do that, you will literally watch your consciousness drop into that place because you're touching it. And when you do that, then you can actually tap into yourself and understand what wisdom is there for you. So if you're thinking like, should I go out this weekend with my friends? Or should I take this job? Or should I take this job is maybe a question that requires a little bit more, but I can tell you that understanding what your body says about it, even like immediately, is going to pretty much tell you what your answer is. So all you do is, again, tap in here, close your eyes, and feel. Ask yourself the question. And some people might have like a word pop up. You may get a visual, and or you will be able to feel the difference between contraction, which is fear, or openness. So if it's open, it's a yes. If it's contraction, it's a no. And this is just something that I do whenever it is that I need to, touch back in with myself, come up with an answer for something, especially if I'm feeling a little bit stressed out. As I mentioned before, our body is our greatest oracle. And if we listen to it, it will tell us everything that we need to know at any point in time. So make sure to utilize this practice. It's very easy. And let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what your experience was. Let me know, I don't know, did you like it? Did you not like it? Again, make sure it might be here in the thymus. I hope I'm saying that right. Or it'll be a little bit lower, right between your chest, okay? This is your heart chakra. And it's a little bit of a different place for different folks. Again, just kind of depending upon what kind of trauma is in your body. Bottom line, you'll be bringing that right down to your heart and you'll be able to tell. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you. What's up, Brian? So you're supposed to feel, basically this is a practice that I'm sharing to help you get to know and touch into your inner wisdom very quickly. It's a very quick practice. So if you feel contraction, that's a no. And if you feel openness, then that's a yes. Obviously, if you need more of an expansive answer than that, then it'll take a bit more time and understanding with the body. But this is just a little quick exercise to touch in, because our body always knows way before our logical brain does. And as science has uncovered, the heart is actually the brain of our body, not our head, not our brain. Does that answer your question? Let me know if it doesn't and I'll explain more. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, you'll probably want to watch the replay, which I'm going to post here in just a second, but it's an awesome trick, and you can use it like wherever. And it's a great tool to use. So awesome. Thank you so much for joining.